Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Seminoles will put toe to leather to crank us up. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They're working that left side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
This crowd, full of throats, spinning the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. If they're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. The Buckeyes want to crank their tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Caught over the middle. It's Whitehead. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Caught near the sticks. It's Sanders. Inside the 15. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Page. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. offense in a bunch formation. Complete to start this drive. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and they're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
The Noles want to pick up the tempo. This quarterback part of their running game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Quarterback will keep it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Got his man! The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Ward or Chris Winkie, whoever.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
To the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. From the gun, running back on the move.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Seminoles are in the hurry-up.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
The run from the shotgun.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll leave it with him. There he goes! And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And the Seminoles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Quarterback making adjustments.
Military, stunt, shadow. Okay, ready?
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Oh, he's got some space. The Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Steps away. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Wants to throw again. Looking left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws for the tight end. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
To the ground. He's got it again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Slings it downfield. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. Just a step short of midfield as he goes out of bounds, and what a spectacular return. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Give to the running back. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Sanders. He's down at the 25-yard line, waning moments of the first half. It is a first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Right on the money. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. It's complete. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And they didn't get it forward and edge. Defense wins the battle up front. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. Wants to throw on first down. Going for it all. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Page. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much in what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success.
Turning it on! He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
That's a really good-looking throw there. I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Swanke, who, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Noles are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looks as if he's going to run it. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking to fire. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He's going to take off inside the 25. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
So now it's second and long. He leaves it with his back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll run it from the gun. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Snags it quickly on the left. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Floating away. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. UCF took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Orlando. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to fire deep. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they really just count numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Quick completion on the out. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
I'll say this, not a lot of coaching staffs out there would want to go for it on fourth down with the lead here late in the game, but they're going to stay aggressive. They just believe in their own players to go out and execute, and they did it right there.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to...
A shot toward the end zone. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Buying some time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense has it. They're on the move.
And this is one of those where you go, oof, you start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable having the big lead, plus 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. But now, you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
Dumps it off in the flats. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side. There he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. To the air on first down. Still looking, on the move. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Complete to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Snaps it in the shotgun. Lets it fly. And that one is picked off in the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover, has given this offense a great shot. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
I'm definitely trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
Got his man in the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score, special teams goes out, they execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
Going right to work up top. He wants a big play here late. It's a big stride inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, no!
Massive score, now massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, that's your decision.
Here comes the 2-point try.
Stand. On set.
He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Whitehead. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Quickly complete. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They get to him as he throws.
Well, they don't hook up on that one, but they understand this two-minute situation. A field goal is going to win the game. They are in tremendous field position right now. They've got a quarterback they feel can handle the pressure. You just need one or two throws to give your kicker an opportunity to walk out of here with the win.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Looking to throw on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third down, he drops the throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Brings it down on the right side. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballman.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.